I am Aljon Go, one of your co-hosts for WDW After Dark. And before we get started with this show, I just wanted to quickly mention that we had some technical difficulties regarding the internet stream for the show, especially on Jeff's side. So you might hear some overlapping due to the delay because the internet didn't sync up during the video recording of this podcast, this webcast. It can be distracting at times. Sometimes it corrects itself, but other times it can be distracting. So I'm warning you, this is not how we do the show normally. It's very strange. I think we're always doing things to improve the show, and using this platform that we are using, it has been pretty stable for us. But tonight was not one of those nights. So having said that, keep that in mind. Understand that the rest of our shows are not like this. We do try to move through with adversity when it happens during our internet stream, because you know, especially those of you that follow the show, that WDW After Dark has been known to break the internet. So enjoy this program, enjoy this show, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube and our iTunes channels as well. Give us those 5-star reviews. So giving you fair warning, enjoy the hilarity that is WDW After Dark.
We are live. WDW After Dark, your weekly webcast for fans of Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. We're sitting around doing this live, uncensored webcast, this podcast, if you're listening on demand via blab.im, also iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, so many ways to listen to the program, and we do appreciate you subscribing and liking our show. Be sure to check out wdwafterdark.com because we have all of our links so you can support our show, like Amazon. You click on Amazon, you start shopping, you use our link, you help kick back a little bit of love to the show. If you buy stuff, Amazon gives us a little bit of a commission for that, and you don't pay anything extra. No. The same great products, the same great prices, the same low prices, and you get to help out our show as a great benefit to, so we do appreciate that. Also, you want to get tickets to some of the upcoming Disney films. We know this. You're part of our family. You know you're going to go to the Jungle Book. You know you're going to go see Marvel, Captain America, Civil War. And you want to go ahead and purchase your tickets right now. If you get tickets through our Fandango link online at wdwafterdark.com, you can even get some incentives. And if you have joined any one of a number of movie fan, I guess you could say, movie reward sites, you can import that into your profile. So every time you buy movies, you can use our link, and then you can continue to get the rewards, so you can earn to get free popcorn and free drinks. Or you could even join the VIP Fandango section and use our link, and then you could win a trip to the world premiere of Captain America Civil War. That is correct, and I'll have more details on that on our website, but it is awesome. Who wouldn't want to go see the premiere of Captain America Civil War with the rest of the cast and crew? I mean, that is an assemblage, if you will, of extremely awesome talent. Mm-hmm. Another thing you can take advantage of is booking your Disney trip with Kristen. Now, I know some of you don't use travel agents. Some of you like to book directly with Disney. But let me tell you something. If you book directly with Disney, or you book directly with Universal or any cruise line, they will not offer you the concierge service that Kristen will. She will find ways to save you money on your trip. She'll apply discounts where she can and when they become available. So even if you've booked your travel, but you want expert knowledge of the parks and a way to get things done, and a way to circumnavigate a lot of the problems that you would have otherwise. So go ahead and do that right now and support our show. So a lot of different ways to support our show, and we would appreciate if you did that. But more importantly, like and subscribe, and tell all of your friends through your social media that you watch WDW After Dark. And now, on with the show.
WDW After Dark, now loading. WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. at WDW After Dark. Headline news, Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
Welcome back to the program, WDW After Dark, your webcast that talks about Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, all around this bar type of environment. I have my drink of choice right now in the copper kettle, and now I'm getting ready to share my Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel fandom with the rest of you, along with our fellow hosts with the most. Let's welcome our talking head panel. Mr. Jeff Davis, the Disney news monster, host of DW60 on the Sorcerer Radio Network. Jeff, how are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. A lot better than I was doing last week.
You spent some time at the Walt Disney World Resort last week. I think we have time to maybe do a quick trip report, maybe? Single day report?
Yeah, we can do a quick one because I was literally there a single day. And we fit a lot into a single day. Let's just put it that way. So we started extra magic hours in the Magic Kingdom that morning. We were staying over at Saratoga Springs, and we did a couple of attractions there. Then we made our way over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Had to check out the Star Wars launch bay and just check out all the huge Star Wars geekiness that it is. I was in heaven when I walked into that place because it was epic. I loved it. All the different, just pieces of Star Wars memorabilia from George Lucas himself and Lucasfilm was absolutely phenomenal. Don't skip that 10-minute movie when you go and you see all this. Don't skip the movie. Go see the movie. It's only 10 minutes long, but it's just a really good feeling when you walk in there. Also had to check out the Star Tours, see that brand new scene from Star Wars The Force Awakens that was implemented into it, and it was fantastic. Loved it. So we only did those two things. We did the launch bay and we did Star Tours at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Walked around for a couple of minutes, and then we headed over to Epcot, and we enjoyed a few attractions over there. Did some walking around the International Flower and Garden Festival going on.
Did you have the beer?
Saw a lot of the topiaries and different stuff. I had to go over to... I did not have the beer. Unfortunately, I didn't. Didn't get to it, unfortunately. I wanted to, but I didn't get to it. I did pick up my seafood snacks from Japan.
We can get that for you. Any of us can get that for you anytime we're there and send that to you. We can't send you that little beer. I am very disappointed in you.
I know. But it's the fact that I have
nothing like disappointment coming from Kristen.
I'm sorry. But
it sets you in your place.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of depressing, actually. Yeah. But me and Nicole headed over to Germany, and we had dinner in the beer garden. She had never been there before, so she really enjoyed the beer garden. She loved the food, loved the atmosphere. The table we were sitting at, there was a kind of a grumpy couple sitting next to us. I kind of complained about everything, but it didn't ruin our experience. Let's put it that way. And we left there, and we went back to the Magic Kingdom again. We saw the Main Street Electrical Parade twice. We checked out the projection show. We did Wishes, and then we did a couple more attractions while we were there in the Magic Kingdom. We shut the place down. So we opened it, and we shut it down. It was a fantastic trip, but talk about exhausted after all that walking that day. I mean, it was, I think, a little over 12 miles. I recorded
that's
on
why
my
you're
Fitbit
wearing
that day
again.
and walking. So I was tired, but totally worth it. Yeah, I had the Fitbit again. Yeah, so totally worth it. Fantastic day. It was the first time Nicole and I were together at Walt Disney World, so it was kind of a special moment for the both of us as well, trying to build memories and build our own traditions together as a couple.
First thing.
So. Yes, of course. Yes.
You know what I love about this
will not
March
change.
Madness, the past few years, Walt Disney World versus Disneyland, they have the Epcot Phoenicians or whatever they called it on the T-shirt. Did you see the logo for that? The Phoenicians. Oh my God, I want that shirt so bad.
I did see that. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to include the link to the Disney
that
store because
so awesome. Yeah,
Chris, those shirts are just badass. I love that.
The issue I have with her doing the attraction audio is the fact that the way she says Phoenicians sounds like she says Venetians.
Oh,
it does not sound like it does not sound like she says Phoenicians.
Okay. Thank the Venetians. They invented it.
And see, which you could absolutely believe that the Venetians were those people because Venetians were also on boats trading with people. So, no, I don't think so.
Were they vegans as well? Because it kind of sounds like you're saying Venetians.
So
it goes together.
The voice that you hear of the female persuasion happens to belong to my wife, also Miss Dining at Disney.com. My better half, Miss Kristen Hetzel. Hello.
Hello.
Now, we've had a crazy, crazy week in terms of Disney news stories that we're going to talk about, actually. So thank you for that trip report, Jeff. That was great. That is a lot to fit in one day.
You're welcome. It is a lot to fit in one day, and my legs and my feet told me that for the next 2 days.
You were able to they were just kind of relax at the beach
sore,
or whatever the case was. So.
See, I've done the where you go to Animal Kingdom, hop from Animal Kingdom to Epcot, and then Epcot to Magic Kingdom. I haven't done the 4 parks in a day yet.
Yeah, we kind of skipped it. We skipped Animal Kingdom because there wasn't really anything that she wanted to do. There wasn't anything that I wanted to do. I'm waiting for Pandora to open up. So that's my big thing with Animal Kingdom right now. And I didn't want to ruin anything by going and seeing any of the construction going on. When I see it for the first time, I want it to be in its majestic form, the way Pandora is going to be when it opens up and everything. So we skipped that. And I was totally fine with it because I know we're going to be going back again, so I'm not too concerned.
Jeff has been lost. Jeff was lost.
No. Yeah. I'm cutting in and out.
Okay,
tonight.
No problem.
I'm going to be doing this all day.
So you were.
Sorry about that.
Where were you? Oh, that's a good question. Great. I don't remember where was
I when I cut out. I forget what. I don't know where I cut out at. I don't remember where I cut out. I have no idea. But yeah, Nicole was good with skipping Animal Kingdom. I was good with it, and we enjoyed the rest of the day. So we had a fantastic time, and I know we're going back together again, and so we'll do the stuff we missed and continue on with.
Thank you for that trip report, Jeff. We do have some Disney discussion that we have planned for you. Last week, we talked about our favorite Disney park shows that included parades, that included the theater spectacles, everything but the Carousel of Progress, because we made it a point to say that you as a spectator would be stagnant. Well, we all know the Carousel of Progress is also a ride, a vehicle, conveyance, because you as a audience member actually rotate. So that disqualified that, but it was a very interesting discussion. Needless to say, a lot of great feedback regarding that show. I'd be curious, Jeff, to find out what 5 shows you like if you were to put your top 5 together. Yeah.
Top 5 Disney shows.
Well, it depends on what attraction it's part of.
I can't count that one because it's part of an attraction, so I can't do that one. That's not considered really it.
Okay.
It was part of the Living Sea.
Yeah, these are all going to be current attractions.
At Epcot many years ago, the original movie. Yeah.
What's that?
No
past shows. We did all current attractions.
No past shows. Oh man, gosh, that makes it tough. Gee whiz. I guess in the order. Number
we
1,
didn't
wishes.
Count the fireworks. We counted parades.
Number 2,
though.
illuminations.
Oh, you didn't count. Oh, that's right. You didn't count fireworks. Yes.
Okay. Well, there's
fine.
other shows.
There are other shows and experiences.
I'm just not a parades person. Yeah. Well, I've never seen the Finding Nemo show. Never saw that. I have never seen Festival of the Lion King.
Both Eric and I had that on our list.
Let's see.
There's plenty of stuff at
Epcot. Geez.
Stop eating paper.
Yeah, lots of stuff at Epcot to choose from.
Having fun.
Gee whiz. I'll try to stop. I'm not going to make any guarantees.
Are you a big fan of the German band, the Musikanten in Beer Garden?
I do like them. Yeah, they are always fantastic. Yeah. The show that they have,
Flights of Wonder,
the Animal Kingdom over in the in Harambe.
Oh yeah.
The
musical group with I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the reggae group. Yeah, I love them.
See, Eric and I both had the same number one.
I'm just not a big show person. I usually just kind of go
Oktoberfest Musikanten.
Oh, did you? Which was what?
Yeah, dinner and a show. And I had the Hoop-de-Doo review I posted in there that I loved. Yeah, I love that.
You review
is so good. Oh my god,
you will love it. Oh my gosh, because you like all you can eat, and that is a family style all you can eat, and it's barbecue, and it is awesome. And that is the Spirit of. We're going to take
Spirit of Aloha. Have you done Spirit of Aloha? No.
Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeah,
never done it. Nope, never have.
But you don't move. If it's a show that you don't move, even if it's animatronics, it counts.
You could put Ellen's Energy Adventure in there if you wanted to.
Carousel Progress, you are actually in a moving attraction. It moves. So that's why it didn't count.
Say, I don't know if I would put that in the category of attraction. It was a show.
I said that, and they're like, "Well, you're actually moving." And I think so. You have Eric to blame for that. Well, I tell you what, you stew it over, and next time the four of us here, we will actually have our Disney ranked top 5 list.
I'll stew it over
that we will discuss today in a lot of detail, which is our ranked top 5 Disney snacks. So we're going to talk about that. That's something Jeff definitely knows about. I don't know if his big bag of dried fish is going to make that list, but if it is, feel free to write Jeff at DW_60 on Twitter and discuss it with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance.
Check out Kristen's new website, MagicalJourneysVacations.com, for all your vacation needs. Disney, Universal, cruise lines, and more.
Thank you for traveling with us.
MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Have her book your magical vacation today.
We've got your headlines. WDW After Dark presents Disney Headline News.
I sure do have a couple of things that we want to cover before we get to our major, discussion points for tonight. First thing we'll start with is the update to the Magic Kingdom Fast Pass Plus offerings, which now sees the removal of parades and fireworks. Wishes, Festival of Fantasy Parade, and the Main Street Electrical Parade are no longer part of the Fast Pass Plus lineup there at the park. Disney now recently only dedicated Fast Pass Plus viewing areas in the Main Street Plaza Garden area for firework viewing, and now all of a sudden they've taken it off. They've spent all this money to do all this construction, but I'm kind of thinking that possibly and maybe it's because there are upcoming dessert options to buy, to view, and everything else, and that's why they're taking away that stuff and everything. So That's just my guess when I looked at it, is that it's probably going to be a dessert offering that you can buy a ticket for, and that area is going to be roped off there in the hub at the Magic
my
Kingdom
thought on that is because we're
no longer available.
Peak season, is that they just removed it for peak season, and that they'll probably go back to doing that after peak season. I mean, just a thought.
Could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Might be too much to handle during the spring break season. Lasts until the end of the month, and then of course, who knows what they'll do? Because this will be the first full-fledged summer where those areas are available. So hard to say. I don't know, but I don't think too many people are going to be too upset because they've got other things to choose from. Other big thing going on, and this is just a testing phase, but Magic Kingdom and Epcot parking lots have been testing a new preferred parking option, which offers parking in rows near the spaces designed for persons with disabilities. This preferred parking option is $35, $15 more than the normal daily parking rate. Annual pass holders who have parking benefits on their pass can upgrade to the preferred spaces by paying the $15 difference. Now, some people have noted that drivers of electric cars automatically, they get preferred parking in those areas, as those parking spaces with charging stations are right there located in the same area. So they're already getting something like that. But if you'd like to be close to the Ticket and Transportation Center, or you want to be close to Epcot to get right into the park and everything, you do have that option to pay for it and walk in there, and you don't want to have to wait for the tram. For some people, that actually means something. Maybe they've got too many kids to get on a tram or something. They're willing to pay the $35. It just depends. But it is a testing phase. It is a testing phase. It's not something that is permanent until Disney gets some type of feedback
money to burn
as to whether or not it is. So
fine, we'll just have to wait and see. Well, I'm sure that'll come across in our next segment in terms of other things Disney's doing.
Sure.
Yeah. Our money to grab.
Yeah, when it comes to money to burn, you could say that, yeah. But
Disney Springs.
Yeah. But there is a lot happening over downtown. Just slap me now, because I'm going to say it so many times, because it has been drilled into my head for the last 10 years. It's downtown Disney. But there are a lot of moving pieces at Disney Springs. I was very, very impressed when we went to Disney Springs and checked out Jock Lindsay's and everything else. But something I was really excited about, and I'm sure Kristen will probably talk about this, is the new burger offerings that they're going to be having there at Deluxe. And these burgers look absolutely phenomenal. And I'm sure Kristen will talk
Thank you, Jeff.
But those are the two headlines. Other than the really big one that I've got.
Burger offering.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so opening this May is going to be Deluxe Burger. It is Disney owned, and it's going to have gourmet burgers and what they call twisted milkshakes. So here's some of the burgers that they're going to have. A classic cheeseburger. It's a beef patty topped with cheddar, lettuce, tomato, and pickle. So just,
why did you do this right before dinner?
Burger. The barbecue classic burger. So that is going to have a fried onion ring, smoked Gouda, bacon, barbecue sauce, and lettuce. Now, this one, Bubba and I were talking about on Dining at Disney, and this is the one him and I want. It is the El Diablo burger. Chorizo and signature blend patty, fried banana peppers, pepper jack cheese, lettuce, tomato, and chipotle mayo.
Nice. Sounds like a winner to me.
Now this burger I think you'll like out, John. It's called the Southern Classic Burger. It's topped with a fried green tomato, pimento cheese, lettuce, and bacon.
What? I like pimento cheese. I really do like pimento cheese. Seriously.
I know you do. I don't like... See, I would like this if it didn't have pimento cheese. So see, you would have to order it, and I'd have to try a bite and see if I could deal with pimento cheese, because normally I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
The Cluck burger. So for those of you looking for something a little bit more healthy, ground chicken patty with garlic herb sauce, avocado, lettuce, and tomato.
I love that.
And then if you're a vegetarian, I know, right? I just imagine this bird like flapping its wings, standing outside, with a little bird costume on.
Eat more chicken. They finally got their wish.
And the veggie burger, house-made patty topped with tzatziki, green bean salad, lettuce, and tomato. So those are your burgers.
Okay, they do the cluck burger, but they can't come up with a unique name for the veggie burger. They
probably should have been with tzatziki. You would think that they would have called
what it is.
The Greek vegetarian, or I don't know, something.
Big fat Greek burger.
They also will have one of my favorite things. Anything. One of the few ways that I like French fries is freshly cut, so they have that starchy taste to it.
Nice.
With a choice of dipping sauces. They'll also have artisanal gelato shakes with rotating flavors, including vanilla, chocolate, raspberry, strawberry, salted caramel, s'mores, and cake. You can get root beer, cherry Coke, and an orange float, should you wish.
Yeah, right?
Adults can have a smoked bourbon and beer shake or Godiva raspberry.
Oh, yeah.
I would dip my burger in one of those shakes.
The Wendy's fries and dip it into your Frosty.
Savor the taste,
I've done that.
I have Preds tickets,
I was just
so we could go get free Frosties.
I've done that before.
Okay, we're gonna go after the show. Okay, see ya. And the show is done. Thank you so much. We're all gonna go running.
You're not gonna just drop everything and leave it to me and go get your.
We're done. I know. It's like I could get a salad and eat healthy, but
Wendy's
why ruin it? I just went to the doctors. I'm like, "Oh, doc, I'm trying to eat healthier." And now we're talking about Frosties and dropping what we're doing to grab a bunch of fries and Frosties. Like, I would like lard and grease served in a silver bowl, please. Thank you. This could be a spoon. Yeah, just put some sugar on it.
There you go. Just give me a spoon. That's all I need.
Exactly. Might as well. This is awesome. I need an IV.
Let's suck it up my nose, into the IV directly into the bloodstream.
Chocolate lard fix. That's where we put all the steak and shakes right there. Route 44 from Sonic on the other one.
I'll take off my belt, wrap it around your arm, help you out.
That's what we do here on the show.
Don't get any ideas. It's just my belt.
What do we do on the show?
I am hungry now.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
I am so hungry. This is like I said.
Like, what are we doing?
2 of these small pickles and cottage cheese. That's all I've had to eat today. I've been so busy. I have not had a chance to eat. So as soon as we're done, I am making sausage and
I haven't either.
My tasty cabbage dish that I make.
Nice.
Ooh,
I'm starving. Well, that is from down deep. Yes. From the bowels, beautiful. If you will.
That's from down deep.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we should get on to one of 2 big discussions, the Disney After Hours.
WDW After Dark presents Disney Discussion, a roundtable panel.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom Park is going to have a special, in a sense, hard ticket event. So you have to pay for this, where you can stay for an extra 3 hours on select nights to enjoy some of the most popular attractions like Space Mountain, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Big Thunder Mountain. You can enjoy those, as well as character greetings. So you could go to the princess greeting that they have over in Fairy Tale Hall. And the food that you get is going to be ice cream novelties, and they'll have select bottled beverages included in the cost of your admission. So, if this is not enough food for you, you can purchase select menu items at Casey's Corner and Starbucks, which is located at the Main Street Bakery. Now, these dates are going to be April 28th and May 5th. It'll be open from 10 till 1 a.m. then. And then on April 14th and 21st, May 8th, 12th, and 19th from 11 p.m. till 2 a.m. And this is just for the cost of just $149 per guest plus tax.
Lord. Money.
Here we go. Here comes the money.
You're absolutely right. Shane McMahon could buy his way into Disney for that type.
Yeah, he could.
I
wish I had a direct line so you guys could hear that blaring in your headphones.
You heard it all right, my friend.
Any louder would have blown everybody away. So, yep. So
you're right.
2 people
First
go
song
for
I thought of when I read
$300 plus tax.
Lord have mercy.
You have $300 extra.
God.
You're going to spend at Disney. What you going to do with it? Are you going to do this? Alchon?
Hell no.
Jeff?
Well,
I say I would be spending my $300 on going to Victoria and Albert's.
Well, the day price for a ticket during normal hours of operation, is pretty substantial. But you're looking at being at the park all day. Here you have starting at 7 o'clock and to whenever the park closes, which may be an additional 3 hours to spend as the parks are kind of winding down. That's a lot of give or take.
Give or take. Yeah, because you're going to spend a lot of that time just walking into the park itself. By 8:30, you're finally getting to your first attraction.
Yes.
Maybe.
It is a lot of money to spend getting into the park. And now, Kristen, this hard ticket event, if you don't have a day ticket or an annual pass, annual pass, you're not able to take part in this. So if this is the only time, you want to buy a ticket, you can just buy this event ticket and you can go straight into the park, correct?
Starting at 7 o'clock is when check-in is. You can start checking in and getting into the park starting at 7.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. Now,
11,
the gates close for everybody else at 10 o'clock.
So
on those nights.
My question to you all is, who is this ticket designed for? Who do you all think it's aimed toward?
Those people staying off property.
People with too much money.
Obviously. Because they're not getting extra magic. Oh, yeah, people with too much money. But those people off-site are not getting extra magic hours.
Is it? That's, once again, TXJC or TXJ McDermott in the chat room says, too much money. I will agree with you.
If it were, let's say, for instance, if it were $80.
No.
That they were offering.
But then again, I'm also an annual pass holder.
Okay. And as an annual pass holder, don't you think you should get the benefit of extra magic hours, considering you've paid, an extra price for all year long? Should you, as an annual pass holder, have to pay an extra $150
I think they should
to stay in the
offer
parks?
some kind of special events for annual pass holders because they don't really do that anymore. They do. Disneyland takes very good care of its annual pass holders.
They have to because that's their clientele. Their entire clientele is built on that.
Well, Disney World, it's like you're the bottom of the barrel. You're the last people that Disney cares about. And I'm not that might not be true, but that's, as an annual pass holder, that's kind of how I feel about it, because the way things have been set up with the park and the fast pass system and everything like that anymore, you're kind of like, well, you're just extra income for Disney. And
yes.
I feel like that's kind of a shame. And I have stated this to Disney myself. I have written in comments that is how I feel about their annual pass holder program and what I think they could do to improve it. So it's not that I'm just complaining. I have put it out there to Disney, because we have been an annual pass holder from when we did the Premier, what's it called? Premier Passport.
Which gets
for
us,
both. You're an annual pass holder of both parks. And when we did that, we got to see what it was like to be an annual pass holder in Disneyland and compare it to Disney World. And it's a very different,
yes,
very, very different
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Disney is fully confident that this is going to sell over with this event. One, because of the price tag, but two, they even put in the announcement that there are a limited. Oh, man,
you're back on. Yes.
Okay. Am I back on yet? Okay. It worries me that I'm not sure if Disney is very confident about this event, because not only is it $150, but there is a limited amount of tickets available. This is not just something that everybody can enjoy if they want to. It's only going to be a select amount of people. And that kind of worries me a little bit in a way. Plus, these tickets are non-refundable, non-transferable. No, you can't get any money back whatsoever.
Well,
nothing.
It's like
that actually happened.
Yeah, don't get sick.
Aljon and I.
So it makes me wonder if this is just a test.
The only thing I don't like about non-refundable,
they're not calling it a test phase. I think it is.
I got food poisoning the one year, and we had bought tickets to Mickey's Not So Scary. So I was quite sick going to that event, because you're shelling out $70 per person. It's a lot of money. So yeah, visiting every bathroom, with not being able to keep anything down doesn't make it fun at all. I do wish there was something in a situation that there was a way for Disney to do something with that,
Well, it is in a test area, and if it doesn't make money for them, then I'm sure they're going to stop. But a case in point, do you remember the Force Friday event that they did at the Disney Springs at that point? Do you remember that? They were charging people like $60 in order to get advance entrance or the special bag or whatever it was for the Star Wars thing. And of course, no one bought into it. Very few. So what happens is that they end up saying, okay, well, now it's free. Everyone can come in, first come, first serve. And so there you go.
I think people will speak with their wallets when it comes to this event, pretty much. And when Disney finds out that a lot of people are not going to pay this money, I'm afraid that Disney's going to find out, well, maybe this wasn't the best idea, but at least we tried.
There's actually some comments in the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone, and I know that all of us work as Sorcerer Radio DJs, so we can definitely talk about that. I'm going to bring it up. I'm curious what some of the people in our chat room have to say about this. Do we have any comments at all,
other than it being too much money?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think
that was the only one.
I think a lot of people are being disenchanted with the way Disney's running its cash grab. Over the course of the past 2 weeks, not only do we have the news of this type of event where they're charging a lot of money, And that's why I asked the question, who is this geared toward? Because it's a very small window that people get to enjoy the parks at a certain time. But then a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the addition of possible resort fees on top of Disney rooms and the charges. And then we're talking about, Jeff earlier in the program talked about the addition of parking, premium parking. And I'm thinking to myself, they're not, once you've uncorked the bottle for all of these years of saying that these type of things come with your room as a part of your package.
It's a perk.
It's a perk. Or you come here first come first serve to the parking area. This is your parking or whatever. Or these are the perks of being staying at a Disney resort. It's like slowly the value is slowly declining, and you've offered these things so long. There's no additional. It's not plussed. Your experience is not plussed in any way by having them add this resort charge that everyone used to get for as part of their package or for quote unquote free with a ticket to the park. So I just don't get it. It just seems like a big cash grab. I think it's a bad move. I understand that Disney parks have to make money. There's no doubt about that, because they raise ticket prices not once, but twice a year, which I tried to make a point of in the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone to people, that of course a park is going to try to make money. And we all talk about how certain aspects of the park need to be improved. But these events are kind of strange. And although we took a poll and, that you, me, Jeff are not going to pay extra for this type of event, we do pay hard ticket prices for some things, like the Christmas party or Halloween party or the Pirates and just whatever event we want. But there's at least some added value for that, right? There's value associated with that.
Sure, yeah. It's not just soda and ice cream. Does that chalk up $50?
You better
extra that you're paying. Am I going to eat $50 worth of ice cream and soda?
Kristen actually made a point.
When I go to the Magic
Kristen
Kingdom?
actually made a point during the WDW Tiki Room. Kristen, what was your point?
Really good. Yeah.
Oh, of the other things that you can do for $79, you can do for 5 hours the Keys to the Kingdom tour.
Worth it, right?
$79. I mean, there's just so many other things you can do.
Jeff, if I gave you $150 right now, if you were to go to a Disney park, what are things that you would do for that money? Where could you go? What kind of things would you do with that type of money?
Yeah, I don't even have to go to the parks with $150. I can go to Disney Springs and get merchandise and have a nice meal. I can go to one of the resorts and have a nice. I can go play golf. I can go miniature golf. I can go to the water park. I can go to Disney Quest. There's so many other different things that you can enjoy, which is going to amount.
Hey Jeff, have you
the
ever
amount of
eaten
time
at
that
Victoria
Disney's
and
giving you
Albert's?
in the parks for $150?
To put it in perspective, Kristen, you had a great point about Victoria
I have
and
not.
Albert's.
No.
Yeah, for the same amount, you can go and do the 7-course meal.
You and Nicole could spend a great dinner together at Victoria and Albert's versus doing this experience. Right?
And that makes sense.
And you will be full.
It's a unique experience that you're getting for that money and the quality that you're getting to that money. And you'll be full, and it is a memory that will last a lifetime. But you spend $150 to go into the Magic Kingdom for not even the full amount of time that the Magic Kingdom is normally open on a day-to-day basis, just because you get some shorter lines and you get an ice cream cone.
I don't.
Not everybody drinks soda. Not everybody drinks soda. Not everybody eats ice cream. So why is that a benefit?
Because you have to.
Why is it that just because I get free soda and ice cream that you're going to want me to pay $150?
All the hard ticket events when you go to them involve some kind of food. At Christmas, you can get a cookie and hot chocolate. During Halloween, you can get bags of candy. So they've got to have a food kind of aspect to it.
Yeah.
Make people feel they're getting a little bit more. Like, oh, hey, look, now you don't have to pay for this when you're there.
Well, I'd be curious to find out what our listeners and viewers have to say about it. Feel free to reach out via social media on our webpage, WDW After Dark webcast on Facebook and WDW After Dark on Twitter. I think this is just setting a precedent for more cash grab type of events for Disney. The fact that they're charging for parking, I think, is ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The resort fee, ridiculous, because you're not getting anything. They've already given us all of these things. They're taking away by charging us for these things that should be a perk or should be included with the price of your room already. I don't know. I just think it's just a bad move, and I understand that the Disney Parks is going to make money. Walt cannot. If Walt was still in charge today, I don't think that he would be going after the money in the way. I know our cat is just having a ball, just parading in front of
Edgar just keeps walking back and forth in front of my cam, and it looks like I just have a tail going by, waving back and forth.
It's funny. Just
the poor thing. I mean, this cat's with me all day long, and this is the third podcast I've done today. So he's feeling very neglected at this moment. He is like, "Hey, no, you need to pay attention to me."
Just think, Jeff, you could have your little dog Miley run across and do the same thing.
She's
a dog, probably messed with a few things she doesn't need to. So
our
let's not do
survey regarding these after dark events at the Disney at Walt Disney World Resort is a thumbs down. I think it's just whatever. I would like to see the people that actually buy into this event and that do it.
I would want to talk to them and ask them, what did
you... let's see here. I'm looking at the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone. I mentioned that I would be reading some effects on this. And Sorcerer Radio DJ Dan Barnes made a comment. He said, if I can scroll and scroll and scroll, like Strong Bad, trying to scroll for the right comment here. For heaven's sakes, I lost his comment. Where'd it go? Now I just sound all unprofessional and stuff. Okay, Dan says, bring back e-ticket, e-ride nights. I had to be the one to make that suggestion for obvious reasons. He is the host for e-ticket time. But he says, I believe the price for that event back in the day was $12 per adult, $12 per child. So you used to pay around $50 for a family of 4. So I guess as far as the price goes, this new thing is like e-ride night on steroids. At the end of the day, I suppose it's the family's choice, but it does feel pretty excessive. And note that not all the attractions are going to be open during that time either. Creighton Elizabeth Bogg says, I suppose I don't understand the controversy over this because Disney isn't taking anything away. Any benefits that were reserved for resort guests, because as I understand, these weren't dates with evening extra magic hours. If I'm correct, let me know. I would disagree with pulling a bait and switch on resort guests in the near future. Disney's always offered events, activities, and options for an additional charge. I cannot and wouldn't pay for many of them, but it doesn't mean I think they wouldn't or shouldn't be available to those who would. I remember people decrying in the Bora Bora bungalows at the Polynesian for spoiling the view of the club level and Magic Kingdom views and ruining things for the, quote, average families, which I found to be a bit silly. I'm not sure the average American family staying at the top tier room of one of Disney's most expensive resorts. Yeah, I don't think they're taking anything away. So the fact that I'm calling it a cash grab, I think they are trying to grab cash, of course. But so the cash grab in terms of the other things you mentioned, Jeff, the parking, yes, I believe it's a cash grab. The cash grab for the resort fee is a cash grab. Here, I think they are trying to grab cash because they're trying to utilize hours that the park isn't normally in service.
What day does that fall on? Does anybody by chance know?
I can click on the article.
Yeah.
Are you talking like days of the week? Okay.
What I'm trying
days
to do is
week.
look for a prior year and see what Magic Kingdom might have been operating that day.
Okay, we'll start with the first one.
Let me see if I've got
on April the 28th. That is a Thursday night.
It says April 28th, May 5th.
And then we move on to, let's see here.
Okay, so
April 14th.
Thursday night.
And
May 5th is a Thursday night.
And 21st.
April 14th, Thursday night.
Okay, so they're Thursday nights. And some
May
of them
8th,
are
12th, and 19th.
Thursday night.
So
I'm looking for May now. Actually, I'm looking for either. This isn't looking like it's working in my favor. May. I don't think so, but I'm curious.
And I don't
what
think that those
had
nights
been
are
like
extra Magic Hour nights either at the Magic
Here's one
Kingdom.
from a
So
few
that's
years ago. Let's see. Thursdays, the park closed at 11.
Mm-hmm.
In May 8th through the 14th. Yeah, this is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in case anybody's wondering what I'm looking at, I keep, in addition to, I keep a park map and a times guide for every trip I've taken. And it gets filed away, and I put all my little like souvenirs from that particular trip together. So if we did, like went to some special restaurant, I might throw something in there from it.
That's
but
my
I
wife,
have
y'all.
extra. I've got a second set of time guides from every park I've gone to.
That's my girl.
From
That's my girl. That's
starting
that's
back
in
in
Kristen, that's a little too organized
well,
for
I've
me.
got 09
Sorry.
here. So
So it says here important details about Disney.
look at the amount of these I
goodness
have.
gracious.
That's just
That's a
from
lot.
09.
So the details for Disney After Hours also includes, it says, Walt Disney World hotel guests, including those staying at the Dolphin and Swan, may use Disney World transportation after the event for up to 2 hours. Limited tickets, as Kristen and Jeff had mentioned. And that all attractions, entertainment, and experiences are subject to change without notice.
Right.
But what is available? What is
So
available?
what if only 50 people buy tickets, but they have it available for
So
600? Are they going to like go, yeah, we're closing the park down?
I think they'll refund people's money back because they can't, it doesn't make sense for them to be open for that limited group of people. I mean, they have to pay all the people that are going to be there. For example, okay,
no,
it says, of course, people will get to enjoy the park 3 extra hours at night, and you'll get to enjoy Big Thunder Mountain, the Princess Greetings, Peter Pan's Flight, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, and much, much more.
What's
Menu
much,
items.
much?
I don't know. Novelties, including, as you said, ice cream novelties, Casey's Corner, and Starbucks, and Main Street Bakery. I mean, it's just a very limited.
Yeah, but Casey's Corner, Starbucks, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's in addition. Yeah, to what you're paying. So we'll see. We'll monitor it. Like I said, this is just a way for them to, increase their operating hours and to make more money. Does it take away from the guest experience? No, but I think it's a very interesting thing. So Well, Teresa says here, I can't get behind being charged for what in essence is another way to say extra magic hours. So. This is on a smaller scale, but still no. Extra magic hours are for select crowds, resort guests. Giving me free ice cream in Starbucks doesn't make it worth the money. Well, it's not even Starbucks, Teresa. You're not even getting that for free. Poor Jeff.
I know. He's
it's
in
not
my zone.
Owned by Starbucks
That's
at all.
Always what happens to me.
Yeah. So
no. In the chat, Julia from Texas, she says they ought to throw in ears in a T-shirt. I actually like that idea. That way you have a souvenir from it. You have a takeaway. And I'm really a big fan of getting something like that to take home and be like, hey, look, I was here. I did this. And I wish...
Hey, look, I paid too much money.
They're not doing
for
the
5 hours
a day
park
this year.
That's what the shirt should say.
So they didn't do it for leap year, which I was surprised they didn't do it. 24-hour day, but
that's true.
Once again, people opt in for it. So I think a lot of the conversation regarding this is kind of a moot point, because I don't believe the people that would buy into it or that would want to buy into it is who they're talking to. They all say that they're not going to do it. They're not looking at the cast of WDW After Dark to buy into this. That's why I'm asking, who is it that they're targeting to enjoy these after hours type of things? The people that go to Universal that want to tag on an extra day really quick for extended, for an extended party or whatever.
Off property
people, right, Kristen?
Off property.
I don't even think the Universal people would.
If you have a child that has some kind of disability that might affect sensory overload, it might be a good event for them. I mean, it's expensive, $150, but somebody like that, it might be well worth it for somebody who they don't go to Disney all the time, and they have a child who, too many people, they just can't handle a situation like that. Yeah, it's a shame that they would have to pay that, but that's another group of people that might entice to do that, just because it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for them and their family, and they really want their child to get the most out of that experience.
I wonder if they would open up this experience with a limited number of tickets to overseas guests and people that are doing those kind of quinceañera kind of party groups for young adults.
The Brazilians.
Yeah, Brazilian tour groups, or tour groups for that matter, that they would be able to enjoy going into the park during a less crowded time. And this would be a way for them to kind of disperse a lot of the people that would go in during peak times of the year. TX is mentioning they are seeking a target market ? Well,
Disney always has a target market they're looking for.
They know. And I think Kristen may be right. I mean, they may be signaling out people that have a limited amount of time to spend in Orlando, and they want to, if people want to maximize their time, they're like, oh, we can get into the park late, really, really late. We'll have extended hours for them, and then we'll charge them an exorbitant amount of money, and they can only have a selected group of offerings and be done with it. That's where they get their money. They're not going to get it. The feedback I'm getting just from the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone post is like, it's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea. And then again, I'm thinking to myself, they're not talking to you. They already have your money, and you're going to go during the day.
Yeah.
This is obviously geared for other people, So who knows? Hey, if everybody wants to visit the park at night buys those tickets, that's less people to be in the park during the day when I can go. So I'm all about it. That is a positive about this. Any way you shape it. Let's go ahead and close the book on this particular discussion, and let's move on to something else that's fun, right? We always like to talk about fun.
I have one little small fun thing that I want to mention, and it has this goes more along the lines of an Eric topic.
Okay.
Is that they've released a Disney Parks themed deck for the Heads Up app. So now you can play now you can play some Disney themed information stuff. I think that's fun.
So we're going to have to play Heads Up here on the show, just a special Heads Up show.
It says that, which I didn't know, is the app creator for that is Ellen DeGeneres. Did you know that?
Oh, I had no idea. That's awesome.
It just says app creator and talk show host Ellen DeGeneres announced the addition to the game during her show.
Wow. I like that. Nice.
So, yeah, I think we should do that one night. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay. Well, that works.
I'll kick everybody's butt.
Hopefully we'll get Jeff's internet working again so that it'll be nice and smooth when we do it. Let's go ahead and launch into this discussion. We love Disney park food, obviously, with Kristen being from Dining at Disney, and Jeff talks about it all the time on DW60 on Sorcerer Radio, and I do as well. Let us talk and rank our top 5 Disney snacks. Right? So what do you all talk, or what is the criteria on Disney snacks? Jeff, what do you consider Disney snacks? He's locked into place.
I love the thing that it's locked up too.
A turkey leg.
I know, right? It's like, there he is. Jeff is just having it. He's like, why am I even here tonight?
He's in my zone.
Okay. Yes.
I just don't get it. I don't know.
It's portable.
Obviously. What do I consider a Disney snack? Turkey leg.
Okay. Kristen?
Wow.
Get it, snack
it doesn't come with a side item. So it can't come with like French fries or apples or carrots, anything like that. Because that then becomes a meal because you have your entree and your side item. Mm-hmm. As I talk with my hands in my sweater pockets.
Okay. So how about can it be a drink, or is it something you have to eat with a spoon? You actually have to eat it. You cannot drink it.
Yeah, like LeFou's Brew, I would consider that. You know, that could be a snack.
Okay.
I think it could be a drink.
So does everyone have their favorites chosen?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I could come up with off the top of my head. I'm sure when Bubba and I do this on Dining at Disney podcast at some point, my list will probably be probably 3 of the 5 will stay the same. But I'm sure the other 2, I'm sure there will be ones that change. Because you never know. You think it's something else. And you're like, oh, man, why didn't I think of that? That's one of my favorite things to eat.
All right. Well, very good. So let's go ahead and start this round. What we'll do is we'll do our top 5 from 5, the 1 being the best, your favorite. But before we get to number 1, we can actually throw in 1 extra snack as an honorable mention. How does that sound? Sound fair, everybody? Okay. So let's start off first with the woman who inspired this list to begin with, MissDiningAtDisney.com. Kristen, what is your number 5?
Ooh, I think I'm going to go with the caramel kuka. They're the Werther's original fresh. It has to be fresh, keyword fresh, caramel popcorn. So you have to get it when it's just made and it's nice and it's hot because it's still got that gooiness to it and it is so delicious. There is nothing like a bag of that when they've just like pulled it right out of being made. So
I agree.
That I'm gonna give his number 5.
All right, Jeff, you are up. Number 5. And we're gonna wait.
And number 5 is least favorite or most favorite? Is number 5
no.
least
We're gonna
favorite
go from
or
the number 1 will be your pinnacle. So we're gonna lead up.
Number 1. I can't do this.
Poor Jeff. Oh, shoot.
Oh, we lost him. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Okay.
Well,
so I'll go ahead and talk about my number 5. And my number 5 is actually going to be the legendary churro.
Oh.
And I like the churro a lot, but for some reason, I like the churro on the West Coast. Like if I go to Disneyland,
you can't. No. We're just Disney World.
Oh, this is Disney World. Okay,
yeah.
well,
no,
that's
you
fine.
Can't get the churro at Disney
I still
World.
like the churro. The churro is still number 5. So churro is number 5. We'll wait for Jeff. Go ahead, Kristen. Let's talk about our number 4.
Number 4. I am going to stay with being at Epcot for number 5 and go with the artisanal ice creams and sorbets that they offer at L'Artisan de Glace. And my favorite, and I don't even really like ice cream. I'm not a big ice cream person, but theirs is phenomenal. And one of the seasonal ones that they had in the spring and summer last year, which I'm hoping they have it back on the menu, is the lemon meringue. It is one of my favorites. It is so good. My go-to, though, when it's not a seasonal one, is the pistachio ice cream. It is just delicious.
I agree with that. That is very good. I think my next favorite snack, number 4, is going to be a Mickey candy apple.
Oh.
So Kristen and I oftentimes make our custom candy apples chocolate covered or whatnot over there at Goofy's Candy Shop at Disney Springs. It's a lot of fun. What I like to do is I like to have my chocolate dipped apple, and I like to have it, well, it's caramel apple dipped in chocolate, drizzled with white chocolate, adding on Oreos, M&Ms, and nuts. And I think that's a lot of fun. And I like the variety that you can do, and you get the little marshmallow ears. So there's all kinds of different variety, and I really like the apple. I don't get it too often because it's something I actually have to sit down, and unfortunately, you can travel with it and you can eat it, but you waste a lot of it if you do that. So you almost have to sit down and use the plastic case that it comes with in order to catch all of the stuff that would fall off when you take a bite. And then you can eat half and save some for later. So that is my number 4. Kristen, number 5 for TXJ McDermott says number 5, Rice Krispie stick. Rice Krispie treat on a stick. I agree. That's good. So Kristen, what is your number? Is there number 3?
Yes, we're at number 3.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to go with the onion rings with spicy barbecue sauce at Flame Tree Barbecue over at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
That's good.
I think I have to go with that for my number 3.
I love that. My number 3 is going to be the pretzel at Germany in Epcot. I love the pretzel. I like to get the pretzels inside close to Beer Garden. They seem to me like they're fresher and they have more buttery goodness on it. So that would be my number. More buttery goodness. And of course, it goes great paired with a beer. And you cannot go to Beer Garden without getting a beer and a pretzel. I think that is a Disney must-do. But I definitely like the pretzel as my number 3. So, Kristen, number 2.
Number 2, I have to go with pretzel and beer. So I'm going with the pretzel in the Germany Pavilion with a beer. They have to go together.
Okay. So you and I have the same one.
Yeah, but that's my number 2.
That's your number 2. Okay.
That's my number 2. Pretzel and beer.
Und beer. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So my next snack that I do like quite a bit would happen to be the red velvet whoopie pie at Disney Hollywood Studios Writer's Stop. So I love it. I almost wanted to give that to another cupcake over there at Hollywood Studios because the Darth Vader cupcake is a bomb. The Yoda cupcake is the bomb if you get those cupcakes. But I am a big fan of the whoopie pie. I love red velvet cake. The other thing I would suggest would be the carrot cake cookie. But this one takes the cake, literally. It's one of my favorites. So red velvet whoopie pie at Writer's Stop. That is my number 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So Jeff Davis is coming in, and maybe he's heard some of our favorites. Hey, Jeff, he's on the phone.
Okay.
He said, screw this. I'm going to call in using the phone. Have you heard any of our discussion at all?
No, I haven't heard a thing yet.
Okay. We are at our number 2. Kristen, before you give your honorable mention, you want to recap what some of your favorites were?
Yes, I said number 5 was the... Did I say that was the Werther's or the ice cream?
You said it was the popcorn.
The popcorn. Okay. So over in the Germany pavilion, the Werther's original, but it has to be fresh caramel popcorn. And my number 4 was the ice cream, specifically the lemon meringue, which was a seasonal one over at L'Artisan de Glacier in the France pavilion.
Okay.
And my number 3 went to Flame Tree Barbecue, the onion rings with their spicy barbecue sauce. And I just said my number 2 was Brezel und Bier. So a pretzel and beer from the Germany pavilion.
Yeah, very good.
They go together. You can't have the yin without the yang. They go together. So with the pretzel and the beer.
Okay.
Yeah. And for me, I chose what was it? The churro.
Yep.
I chose the Mickey what is it? Apple caramel coated apple with chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
The third was the pretzel from Germany. And the second, which I'm going to unleash to you, is the red velvet whoopie pie from Disney Hollywood Studios.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Before I get the... So, Jeff, can you name 4 before you go into your honorable mention and then go into your number 1 snack?
Okay. Let's see. Definitely a churro. Main Street popcorn. I'm a simple guy when it comes to snacks. I'm not into all this other stuff that has to have. I'm not a big sweets guy. That's the problem when it comes to snacks. I'm
that's
not
no
real
problem.
big on sweets. So yeah, churro, Main Street popcorn. Basically anything from Goofy's Candy Company is a good snack. But I mainly go with some type of a nut or something else, again, because I'm not big on candy. I'm not big on cake. I'm not big on pies. I'm going to go with one of Kristen's, definitely. Pretzels and a beer is a fantastic snack. I don't know if I can use this or not, but I'm going to use it anyway as my number 4. And that is pretty much any offering whatsoever that you can get during the Food and Wine Festival. Because basically the portion that they're giving you is a snack. That's why you have
you
so
can use
many
snack,
of them.
You can use snack credits. Yeah.
Excluding, of course, the snails. I do not include that in all the other offerings.
No escargot.
No escargot whatsoever. No, don't want to have to deal with that. So, yeah.
Nice.
So those are mine. But yeah, anything that you can get at the International Food and Wine Festival, I would consider a snack simply because of the portion size that they give you. And you're talking about a wide range of different things to try out. So.
You see, I think my favorite one of those would be like the steam buns in China or Japan. They have the steam bun with the pork or chicken, which is like
those. Yes.
Yeah.
In China, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, before we hit our number one most popular snack item, do we have an honorable mention that we can go around and talk about before we launch into our most favorite? I'll start off with Kristen.
Oh, jeez.
Or do I need to go?
Yeah, because what comes to my mind as one of my favorites, it's not offered anymore. And so I'm like, geez, what do I want? What would I want?
They might bring it back by the time people listen to this. You know, it could be in the future. Do you have one? What is it, Kristen?
Oh, I love the Figaro fries. Those were so good.
Oh, yeah. Figaro fries. So you could find Figaro fries at the Pinocchio Village House, and it was basically fully loaded fries with bacon bits and ranch dressing.
Lettuce, bacon, and ranch.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was basically like a baked potato in the form of fries. It was pretty awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
It had the kind of cheese that you like, too. That nice melty cheese.
Yeah.
The stuff you miss from Cosmic Rays.
How about you, Jeff? Do you have an honorable mention before you get to your number one? What couldn't have made the list or could have made the list?
Well, it's not for everybody, but it is for me, and it is some type of dried seafood that you can pick up over in Japan. Sorry.
Dried fish. There you go. No, that's fine.
No.
Don't knock it until you try. Although I will say this, the last one that I tried during this last trip with Nicole, I kind of went away from the normal wall of snacks that they have available there in Japan. And I picked one that was in one of the baskets. And on my drive back from Tampa, I saved it for the trip and everything, just have something to snack on. And it did not specify, and it did not have a picture of any other type of regular seafood on the front of it. It wasn't a fish on the front. There wasn't a picture of a fish or a shrimp or anything. It just said seafood. So I said, okay, it's got to be decent.
Uh-huh.
And I opened it up, and I couldn't tell if it was shrimp. I couldn't tell if it was fish. I couldn't tell if it was octopus. It looked like a large dried up booger. Is really what it looked like. Yeah. So
you see this, and you won't eat escargot. I mean, come on, this
booger. Jeff Davis had a huge booger to eat. You hear me? It was gross, but he hated it.
So I looked at it. And I remember what Andrew says on Bizarre Foods. If it looks good, eat it. And this didn't exactly look
what if
good.
It doesn't look good?
Didn't exactly look good. But I said, you know what? I've got to try it because I bought it at Walt Disney World. It's my favorite thing to do.
Lord.
And so I put it in my mouth. And at first it was okay.
Jeff, put it in your mouth. You're going to love it.
So as I'm chewing, the flavor just got worse and worse and worse. It did not get better as it got softer in my mouth. And eventually I just had to spit it out.
Booger.
But
I happen to think
other types of dried fish and shrimp and everything that they do offer at that location that are really tasty. They taste wasabi peas and so many others. I love wasabi peas.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
And so there's a lot of other things to choose from and try, but I will mention that.
That just sounds disgusting, Jeff. You win for the most disgusting snack ever.
I'm gonna say, because they don't have the Figaro fries though, that Golden Oak Outpost, sometimes they are open and they have a BLT fry. So it has bacon, lettuce, tomato, and ranch drizzle on it. So that is going to be the closest. It's on waffle fries, which whatever. But that's probably going to be the closest to my Figaro fries.
Yeah. Well, my snack, which is getting an honorable mention, will be the fresh caramel kuchen popcorn from the German Pavilion. I love it. It tastes great, savory, so yummy, but it has to be eaten fresh because after a while, if it just doesn't have the same effect if it's not fresh. So
that's true. Yeah.
It doesn't hold up very well, so. All right. Our number one snack of all time at the Walt Disney World Resort, ranked by the crew of WDW After Dark. We'll start first with Jeff.
And it is probably the most popular snack at the Walt Disney World Resort, and most of everybody never takes a trip there and does not have one of these, a Dole Whip. Probably the number one snack in all of Walt Disney World, next to a Mickey bar. A lot of people feel, Mickey bars or even chocolate covered bananas that they offer. A lot of people love those, but that's my number one is a Dole Whip. I love those.
Yes. I will go next because we want to leave with Kristen with the, with pretty much a pretty definitive thing. And I'll give Jeff a little bit of a golf clap, if you will. Where's my soundboard? I'm looking for it. Oh, wait, I can't find my golf clap anymore. Oh, here it is. There it is. I will also echo Jeff Davis and say the Dole Whip. And I will prefer a Dole Whip done at Epcot so I can get a little bit of booze put in the Dole Whip. Let's give it up for booze Dole Whips.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Good idea.
That's right. Get a little rum put in there. I like it.
I have to say, there's one thing I'm surprised did not make your list, Jeff.
What's that?
The turkey leg.
It can be considered a snack if you have an appetite like mine.
I consider it a snack.
It is something that the entire family can enjoy together. It doesn't have to be a meal in itself. But I didn't want to throw that in there. I didn't want to throw you guys for a loop on a turkey leg. But
no, you would have been just fine. I'm surprised it didn't make your list. That could have been on the list.
If I had a second honorable mention, it would be a turkey leg then.
Yeah, well, my second honorable mention would have been the Mickey Premium Bar. That's what it would have been. But
yeah.
Kristen, how about yourself?
My number one is the spicy chicken waffle sandwich from Sleepy Hollow in Magic.
What was a sandwich?
I love that sandwich. We get that as a snack. You and I share it. It's always a snack. Spicy chicken with some sriracha mayo on it, some coleslaw. It is just awesome. It makes me happy.
Can you buy it as a snack? You cannot, can you?
You cannot.
I consider it a snack.
So you can't buy a turkey leg as a snack, but
that's true.
I still consider it a snack, though.
Okay, well, there you go. I guess there it is.
Yeah.
You can't get a beer. You can't get a beer as a snack credit either.
That is true. That is a very good point. It's still a snack.
And it's still a snack.
Well, funny, you mentioned you set up the criteria. You said it doesn't have a side, but yet you paired it with a beer. So it's not a side dish, but it is a beer. It is an accompaniment.
They go together. They kind of belong together. You can't have one and not the other.
Okay. Now that's cool. I like the list, guys. It's very good. I am surprised that no one mentioned the Mickey bar on this list. And I have to think that if Eric Allen were to join us for this ranked show, that he may have been the one to put that on the list.
I think he would have put a turkey leg on there.
I think he also would have put a turkey leg in there.
Al John, you and I could even throw a scorpion on there as a nice little snack.
It is a snack, yes. I mean, one of my favorite drinks of all times would definitely be a scorpion shot. Boy, I don't know what just happened there, but it doesn't sound good. something broke in the background, and that's not good. Well, thank you for that. I love these discussions. I know our audience does too, judging from feedback. We do appreciate that. And once again, let us know over social media what you love in terms of your top 5 Walt Disney World snacks. It could be a cupcake. It could be a small sandwich. It could be a wrap. It could be a paleta from the Mexican Pavilion. It could be a margarita. I don't know. But write us your top 5 and let us know, and we can include that in a future program. And maybe next week we'll figure out what we can rank for the next thing. Maybe you could let us know what you'd like to have us rank. And once again, let us know over social media at WDW After Dark, webcast on Facebook, at WDW After Dark on Twitter. Let's go ahead and put this baby to bed. Jeff, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Find me on Twitter at DW_60 and also at JeffDavis_75 for the latest on the Davis Daily Vlog over on YouTube. Check out my channel. I definitely appreciate that. But you can hear me on Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com every single Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time with some fantastic Walt Disney World music and the latest in Walt Disney World headlines as well.
I have subscribed to your program, Jeff.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I also would like to quickly mention, thank you, Jeff. I came back from the C2E2 convention, and we have got programs coming up for WDW Tiki Room, which you're going to love, featuring John Ratzenberger, the guy Cliff from Cheers. He also is Pixar's Lucky Charm, so we're going to hear the panel in all of its glory with him. And we also have this, Jeff, you're going to love it. Who attended C2E2 this year? But Daisy Johnson herself. We have here Chloe Bennett, as well as J. August Richards, who plays Deathlock on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we're going to have panel audio from them too, and we have an extended interview with Chloe Bennett as well, just for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
So basically like an hour and a half of great audio from Chloe Bennett talking about acting, being on the show Nashville, being on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and where all that's going. Did you know that she is dating the guy from The Walking Dead? What's his name?
Spencer, the guy that plays Spencer.
Guy that plays Spencer, that's her boyfriend.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
So that's an interesting thing. So we're going to talk a little bit of some geekery there. And you can follow me at Jedi Mouseketeer as well for all kinds of great geekery for Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. And Kristen and I also host a WDW Tiki Room podcast. We're going to hear a lot of that stuff this week at wdwtikiroom.com. Kristen, where can people find you?
They can find me at diningatdisney.com, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. On YouTube, it's The Dining at Disney, and they can go to iTunes or Stitcher and download and subscribe to the Dining at Disney podcast, where my co-host Bubba out in California and I discuss all things food about Disneyland and Disney World. And people can pick up very soon, like sometime this week, the Epcot Dining Guide.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
It is complete. At the moment, it is just waiting for its front cover artwork from Mr. Eric Allen, who always does a wonderful job of my book covers.
That's awesome. Well, we do look forward to checking out the book, and thank you, Jeff, for joining us on the show. Eric, once again, we wish you all the best, and hopefully next week all four of us will be back at full force, if you will. We will not be playing off a penalty. We will all be here getting ready for more great Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel discussion next week on the program. So on behalf of the team, thank you so much for pressing play and subscribing, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget, it's better after dark. Take care.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.